Damn, Jeffrey Tubin. At least Pee Wee Herman was in an X-rated movie theater. I'm just saying.
Jagging it, jack. Spanking it, jacking it, spanking it, smack. I don't need no.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once you understand how the world really works, you understand that everything is planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Also, those who donated to the Cash App, Patreon, much love. And then also those who are purchasing from the store, remember, ladies, I have something coming for you, I promise. Now, of course, we're going to get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And guys, we love it when it's times like this. When you're a trader or whether you're a holder, you love times like this, we're headed up. Now, basically, we have Bitcoin making that big move. Of course, hits that 60% dominance. But then also you saw the altcoins come up because it's not going to go above that until we know that they're ready to hit that switch. Remember, only 1% of these cryptos are going to make it. And we clearly see how they can do it easily. Drain them and move it up to Bitcoin. You saw it with your own eyes, guys. We saw it back in March. You saw it. The Bitcoin dominance. And it's going to happen. You just want to make sure that you're in those cryptos is going to be used. So, guys, we know volume spiked. And we saw the cryptos go up. We know what? We know we're going to go back right back down, guys. We know CME, all those good futures are going to come back to hit us. We know this. But the fact is you have to play the game. Now, we know that we do have a stimulus package coming that's really going to give us that big boost. It just depends on whether we're only going to get that $500 billion or whether we want to get that $2.2 trillion. Just depends. But guys, just make sure you're staying focused on the indicators, volume, stable coins, and XRP. And hopefully those XRP holders are listening to me. It's just a stable coin. It's a synthetic stable coin that's going to run the market for the big banks, not these small banks, but for these big, humongous banks. It's that collateral that they need. If I'm moving 50 million, I want that collateral to let me know you have that 50 million on that other side. That's all it's for. So I just want to make sure you understand that. But let's get into the crypto news when we have big crypto news. Of course, we have PayPal says Venmo will be a Bitcoin wallet. Of course, it's Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. I always tell y'all about Litecoin. Litecoin sits low, but it's one of the longest standing. It's not going anywhere. It's basically, of course, a crypto, a currency crypto. And remember, my Patreon, I separated, so therefore y'all know. But y'all know everything is on my list. I keep you informed. Now, of course, guys, we're not moving up because of this news. They already said this before they're going to be doing this. We're moving up because the fact is that we have back over and they have all this big money supply. Remember, they're still cutting those $500 billion checks. They got to put that money somewhere. We're still in the speculation stage. They haven't turned anything yet. But once we start getting these consumers using, remember how many users PayPal has. Remember how many users Facebook has. So, guys, once we start getting this up and running and we start getting utility, that's when we'll see the blast off. Now, also, PayPal is going to be using Paxos. So, I know, guys, I know I said it several times. I was going to be doing a video on Paxos. I know this is what y'all saying right now. But the fact is, guys, we know stable coins are the foundation. So basically, they still have to use fiat in order to actually purchase these cryptos. But guys, we know eventually that's going to be strictly stable coins to purchase the actual cryptos. We know that is definitely coming. Now we have the UK firm Mode to purchase 10% in Bitcoin. So guys, we know that this whole system is going to be tokenized blockchain, but it's very big. But some big news probably you won't hear about, but this is a great article, and this is very, very big news. Anybody who understands maritime law. Now, basically, we have the Chilean cargo shipping looking at a blockchain platform. Guys, maritime law, that's what we on. This is very, very big. So that's just lets you know this is exactly where we had. This is actually bigger news than the PayPal news when you understand the maritime law. Now, we also have OKEX, hasn't said anything about withdrawals, freeze. But guys, we have these different exchanges still allowing people to help you withdraw. Like Tron announced you help you withdraw. So I don't understand that one. But we have the Brazilian minister says that he's trying to set up an IPO for state-run digital bank. Guys, we know the brick and mortars are going to be out the window. Also, Canada's first public Bitcoin fund hits 100 million mark. So just like I stated, guys, everybody's going to be moving over to cryptos. Legacy is just going to be tokenized. We're still going to be trading Apple and all that good stuff. Is just going to be on this blockchain system that we're on right now. Now we have NFTs sell like hotcakes. So guys, remember, that is the next big thing. So definitely do your research before investing. We also had Brian Brooks says decentralized finance would take over many of the services offered by banks. Guys, we already know this. We know these small banks, credit unions are going to be gone. All that brick money, your phone is your new bank. Plain and simple. And lastly, guys, I go over some funny news. Even though I went over on my stock channel, I didn't get into detail because, of course, I know I have more people here. But we have Jeffrey Toobin get caught on Zoom playing with himself. How amazing. And then we have O.J. Simpson making a remark. Now, guys, we all know O.J. didn't do it. Conscious people know O.J. didn't do it, guys. He definitely didn't do it. But you want to know how the universe works. What goes around comes around. Now, don't forget he wrote that book on O.J. Now, the fact is that we know the diner, restaurant that Ron Goldman worked at was full of, mafia, all that good stuff. He wasn't the only person that died. And then we know that a serial killer admitted to doing the job. Please go and watch that documentary. He actually had a pendant of Nicole. Now, when that was brought to the district attorney, guess what the district attorney said? O.J. Simpson was never convicted of the murder. Wow. Oh my gracious. That's amazing. So guys, we definitely know the universe always has its way back to truth. But that is definitely some funny news. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher NWO book. If you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, don't forget about the staking. I put that in the Patreon. The stocks, don't forget about the stock channel, guys. You have your Cobalt, your chip stocks, your gaming, your banking. Also, everybody sitting at home, that home stocks. Don't forget about the C word, the biotech stocks. And then also, while everybody's sitting at home getting free money or waiting on that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day.
So you put your group together, and you went to the Palace Station to get those items back. And what you didn't know, and also you, Mr. Stewart, didn't know, was the planning was taped.
Got to pay back. Revenge.
The event was taped.
Got to pay back. Revenge.
Phone calls were taped. Actions were taped. They had videotape of you going in. They had videotape of you going out. And the party afterwards were taped. Everything in this case was on tape. And it's your own words, Mr. Simpson. Your own words that could be heard throughout those events that have brought you here to this seat in my courtroom. When I first started this trial and I talked to the jury when we had the whole panel in, I stated to the group that if they were here because they wanted to punish Mr. Simpson for what had happened previously, then this wasn't the case for them. And I meant that. As the judge in this case, I'm not here to sentence Mr. Simpson for what's happened in his life previously in the criminal justice system. As a judge who presides in courtrooms, in this courtroom every day, and over trials, hundreds of trials during the 6 years I've been here, I have great respect for the criminal justice system. I'm part of it. And as a judge who has taken jury verdicts for years, I respect the verdicts of my juries. I have to respect what happened in the case 13 years ago with Mr. Simpson. The jury decided. There are many people who disagree with that verdict, but that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that the state brought charges, a trial was conducted, evidence was heard, testimony received, the jury deliberated, they reached a verdict. And I have to respect that verdict as well.
O.J. Simpson is headed to prison. He gave a tear-filled apology today, but it wasn't enough. He was sentenced to at least 15 years behind bars. Is that fair, or is O.J. being punished for his past? Yale Galanter, he's gotten a lot of attention in this case. He's O.J.'s defense attorney. He came right out and said that, yes, they're disappointed with this verdict, but that he thought it was a fair sentence. What do you all think? Ivan, I'm going to let you go first. Was this a fair sentence in your opinion?
I do not think this was a fair sentence. However, when O.J. Simpson took this case to trial, he took the risk. He took the gamble. And the judge handed out the sentence according to the law, how the legislature enacted the law in Nevada, which is very, very harsh. I'm very surprised and very disappointed that O.J.'s attorneys did not work out a plea bargain. The other co-defendants, with the exception of one, all pled, and they'll probably get a year or less, and they had the guns. And here O.J. Simpson is looking at a minimum of 9 years in prison. Something just doesn't seem right. Was on tape. Simpson was set up, so to speak. The manager of the hotel had the thing on audio tape.
It's set up by whom? Could you explain that, Ivan?
Tom Riccio, the manager of the hotel, called O.J. Simpson to say, look, these guys are selling your property. Come on over and get it. He went over to get it. He went up to the hotel room and taped the entire episode, the entire 6-minute episode. That's what came into evidence. And O.J. Simpson said on that tape, put away the guns, put away the guns.